Maximize! Ultra Gear!
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, Pebble Booch. This is a review for Transformers Beast Wars reissue of Cheetor. So this is based off the 1995 mold, and I believe the Beast Wars figures were made right before the show existed. So it's not a one-to-one comparison to what you see on the character, but of course with the engineering limits back then, they did their best, and honestly this is a very nice figure and I really like it. There are newer Cheetor figures that now made under better engineering that actually have like it's harder to distinguish from the character from the show compared to the show to the action figure because of the better engineering, and it looks exactly like one-to-one. But in this case, you'll see, if you are a Beast Wars fan, you'll see that of course this is almost a representation to Cheetor from the show. But anyway, I know it's Cheetor. It's Cheetor. It's a cheetah transforms. I'm gonna know it's Cheetor. Okay, so Cheetor is a character from Beast Wars, one of the first few Maximals shown. Cheetor transforms to a cheetah and fights Waspinator in the very first episode. And with his blaster is also included with this set. And this is from the 1995 mold, but as I said again, it's a reissue, and I really love this figure. It's very sturdy, very nice. It's not loose at all. I bought this figure actually in Ross, and I bought it for $5. And other places on the internet, it's like they're listing for $20 or $10. But I got it for $5, and I didn't open it until 2 years later when I first bought it because I was thinking I'm gonna sell it. But I sold all my action figures, and now I only have this guy left. And when I opened it, I'm like, wow, I really missed out. This guy is really nice. Now anyway, let's come to the review. So as you can see here with the details, we have green eyes, a cheetah face, some white teeth. We have some polka dots here, and on the side view you can see that there is some robot parts. But it's still very impressive for something that is all the way back in the 90s to be able to have a cheetah that transforms and feels nice too. Here are the paws. Now for articulation, it's a little limited. You cannot push this up, but you can push this down, and you can still try to make like a cheetah moving, like something like that. Or you can do something like this where he's up in the air and like jumping, like jumping like that, pretend that's there, let me plug that in. That's a spoiler, that wasn't supposed to be shown to you guys yet. So let me do that back there. Anyway, that's about the articulation you can have. For the legs, you have more articulation. You can turn this around. You can stand with 3 feet. Well, it was working back then, but I mean, let me see. Yeah, you can stand with 3 feet. So there's more articulation in the leg because legs end up being the legs anyway for the robot. The arms are in this area. But anyway, that's it for the beast form. Now let's go to the robot form. So what you want to do is, to make it easier, you want to take this tail portion out, like you saw how it popped off before. Take that out, and then take this bottom portion out too, like so. And then what you're going to do is twist these legs. Turn it like so, like this, twist that, and then twist this waist part, and then you want to go to the foot over here. You see this mini thing. If you have longer nails, you have much luck. I have short nails. You pull this out like that, pull it out like that, like so, and now you have the foot and everything. Among Us. Let's turn this around a little bit like that. Put the light a little away from here. Now let's try to finish this up. What you're going to do next is you're going to pull these all the way down here, like that. Pull this portion down over here, and then you get the underwear. And then you take this out, like so, and that's the arms. And then, okay, so here's an issue, an engineering issue, is this part. You want to turn this around all the way there. Now this is easier for this side of my figure. The figure will vary. As you can see there, that's the full rotation that has to make to get the arms fully out like that. The problem is some of them can be very tight, and if you do it from the ball joint, it might rip it out. Let me zoom this in. So then what you want to do is instead apply the force also with the twisting thing everywhere, and then like that. And so that way you don't put stress over here and break it. And now let me come back here. So now you have the arms. Last but not least, you want to get this over like that, turn this around, and do it like that, and then bam. You can do it like this if you would like to, but this is apparently the real way. And you'll see that there's actually two heads over here. So you can twist this around like that and do it like that and make it like a monster cheater. And the reason why they put two heads, I guess, in the original show, they were supposed to include two heads to make like a battle faceplate, but they didn't end up doing that. But anyway, you turn this head around and you have the face over here. And then you grab this. This is the original blaster that you see from the first episode when he fought Waspinator. Of course, in the show, this is painted like purple, this portion, and then this portion, I guess, is correct. It's not like 1-to-1, but I can still tell that it's a similarity, and I've seen it before. And then this cannon is actually in the show, but you don't see this cannon until the later episodes. So what you're going to do to make this a cannon is you're going to take this tail portion out like that, flip this around, and you have this this cannon and this peg over here that you peg on the hands. I forgot to mention for that one, but you peg this part, and he is dual wielding, and now he has two weapons. This figure is amazing. I love holding it. The size is almost the same size as a Deluxe class figure, but it stands. I don't have any other figures to compare this, but it stands around 5¼ inches tall, or up to 5 inches tall if you're considering the head height only. With the details, of course, we went over that it was a cheetah with it's the same color. However, you will see more blue, and that blue is really nice. I think the camera doesn't do much justice to it. So as I said, this is a reissue. In the original 95 mold, his eyes are actually green. Oops, sorry about that. His eyes are green in the 95 mold, but the reissue made it yellow, or like this yellowish red. And that's true because in the show it was actually yellow, his eyes. Now, another thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, this is what he looks like in the side. Of course, I wish there can be a better way to slot this in. But anyway, other than that, I love this figure, man. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go to the articulation. So, let's take this weapons out. Or let's keep that weapon. So, articulation, the arm or the whole shoulder. No, this is the arm, right? I mix with shoulder and arm sometimes. So you can move 360. However, of course, there's a back kibble. You can't do precisely 360, but you can still do that because of the ball joint. You can turn the arms around. They didn't need to do that, but they did that. And then you can move up and down like this. That they needed to do. You can move up and down, punch, and yeah, that's about it with the arms. You can do poses like this, you know, sassy cat. Now for the legs, legs can go, around here. They can do they can do a 360 because it's ball joint, but of course it's impossible because you have this portion. But I would say a good healthy 270 degrees, or actually no, a good healthy 90 degrees. You can bend the legs like so, like this, and then you can also twist it, and that's about it. You can do it like that. It's a very nice, good support system. You see, you can do something like that, and then put this weapon back on. I need more bullets. I need more bullets. I'll put this back on and be like, Cheetor, attack! Energon low. Transform immediately. Oh man. Okay. So that's about it for the robot form. You can see the back portion. It's not too kibbly. It's very nice. I love it. I love touching this guy. You can have this action figure actually sit down like that. And then you can also do crisscross applesauce like that. Yeah, it's in the chamasher, on the metal bottom portion. Man, that cat keeps meowing. Anyway, okay, that's 7 minutes in. Let's transform this guy back so I can show you how he comes back to the robot. I mean the beast form. Energon low must transform immediately. Let's do it. So what you're gonna do is you can keep this head portion like that. Twist this around. Bring this up forward. Twist that. Put the cat thing like that. You don't have to peg it anywhere as of now. Just keep it like that. Do this. Fold these like that. Keep it like that, like so. You don't have to pull this one out yet. Now, try to support everywhere into twisting these. This thing over here, this swivel or whatever it's called. But you, oh, actually, a second. You do that. Okay, that was successful. Now, what you're going to do is keep putting like this, guys. You have to do it actually like this. I'm sorry. You have to do it like this because you're going to try and get this like that, you see, like that. Push this in like here. You see there's these pegs, and you plug it in the head, and then you do this like that. You turn that up. Close these foot panels. Twist these legs, and then twist this thing here. But before you do that, you can put the arms up first, and then you have much clearance. And you do it like that. And then get these legs, position them like so. Now you're almost done. You have to transform this other cannon like that and put the tail back on. And then for this one, I was actually a little bit tricked on this one, but what you're going to end up doing you're going to end up making it face like this way. The cannon face like this way. And then as you can see how there's like these plug-in areas, you're just going to have to push it a little bit. I think this is how you do it. Maybe there's a better way of doing it. But you just push it in, and that covers the belly. And lo and behold, you have Cheetor in his beast form. Beautiful figure. Very nice, beautiful figure. I'm sorry, guys. That's my fault. Yeah. Nice figure. I love this figure. Very nice. Doesn't have to look like a cheetah, but it feels good in my hands. I accidentally ended the video, so I have to crop this and include it in the next one. Anyway, that's about it, guys. This is Cheetor. Nice figure. I love it. I think you should try and get it. If you want to get the 95 version, you can. I think it's a little bit more expensive, but the reissue does just as good. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Have a good morning. This is Pebble Boot signing off. Bye-bye.